Well, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and this is the initial testing of the DPMS 308 rifle. I've come down here basically at the farm. I've got my Everly stock, or Burla stock, however you pronounce it. I've got the DPMS, I've got the PRS tripod, precision rifle systems. I've got the tab gear, rear bag, that's the triangular bag, and just shooting some white box 308. Initial testing, you're not going for anything, just zeroing the rifle. One of the things you always want to have is some kind of medical something or other. Of course, this has kitty litter in it, or quick clot. And then a notepad with a pen. Of course, this is a Fisher pen, Write in the Rain notebook. Just make some initial notes. Of course, all your other safety gear. Now, I'm zeroing this weapon at 37 yards, and then I'll verify that at 300, just because that's the way in which I do it, the way I was taught to do it, and that's just the way it works. So, initial impressions on the PRS tripod, really like it. So, anyway, let's get to shooting. I guess while I'm talking, I should have been loading. Of course, the Gunslinger, this is the Gunslinger 1, and this was part of, when at Everly Stock, they had a fire at their warehouse, and I got this Gunslinger 1 from them that was smoke damaged. It's not like I'm not going to smoke damage it being around a fire or anything like that, so it wasn't a big deal. Of course, one thing when you do a 37 yard zero and you verify it out to 300, just be aware that you're going to have a holdover at 500. I'm really not going to reach out with this rifle past 500. It's got a 3x9 Super Sniper scope on it. That's a mil dot reticle, mil turrets. Of course, I've gone over that in the past, and that's the Barbaro quick release scope mount. Got 20 rounds of that loaded up. And of course, I forgot my shooting mat, but I had my pad, I had my tarp out of my just EDC bag, so it worked out. Keeps me off the wet ground. Being comfortable has, I would really go for that. Anything else, that's one of the main things I'd go for. Wow. Doesn't want to take a full mag, does it? Wow. This is just my initial testing. This is actually the first time this gun's been loaded. Of course, now I've got a 308 round. That's kind of oh, for laying it down, let's do that. Of course, nothing ever goes right when you're filming, especially when you're filming the first time you ever shoot. I don't have enough damn sense to, yeah, I'm not going to get that 20 round mag to fit. Can't even jam it in there. Got it ready to go now. So we're going to get behind our weapon. Use our Triad. Maybe I said that was tab gear. It's Triad. Triad Tactical. And of course, this is all make sure stock's where you want it. Probably should have done that first thing. And that was the first shot. Everything cycled correctly. Go for the second shot. Everything's working. Go safe. Now let's go check our target. As I said, this is initial testing. I should have made notes. Too busy talking. Talking's not a good thing on camera all the time. First impression of the oh, it's not the best in the world. There's our group. Probably, at least I know 2 of those are in our group. So what I need to do is I need to, since I'm at 37, that's going to be a third. So we're going to come over basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. We're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, convert that over into mils and do the adjustment by understanding that at that distance a mil is only a fractional amount, a third basically, a little more than a third, but we're not going to go there. When you're shooting guns, you round a lot. Really wish I had a camera person, but I just don't, and that's life. Just the way it works. We're good. So, we're going to come up 2 mils, and then we're going to come to the right. 5 mils. Which is a boatload, buddy. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we come all around, we're all the way around the dial, and we're basically back to a 0 point. So that might have been me goofing around with it that caused the problem. In fact, I bet it was. So, we're going to get settled in, take our weapon off safety. Okay. Put our weapon back on safety. Whew. Go back down, check it again. Lord, this ice tripod is heavy. But that's just the way it works. You can turn the viewfinder around to me so that I can see it. And we're going to see kind of where we're at. Of course, I pulled the shot really bad, but that's okay. there's where we wound up. So basically, I went over just a little bit. Got to come up just a little bit more. Basically, we're going to dial it a couple tenths. Remember, we're working in mils. We're not working in inches. And so basically, I've got to come back to the left. I'm going to come back to the left a couple tenths. And then go up a couple tenths. And then try and get my groove just a little bit tighter because I'm too busy filming, goofing around. That's okay though. It's all for the camera. Lord, oh! We're gonna lower this just a tad. You know, don't ever be afraid of adjusting your setup, you know, to get a better position. I was a little too elevated on those shots, so we're going to basically, we're going to come up a couple, and then we're going to go back to the left a couple tenths, and then we're going to see where we're at, and that should be pretty close. And then of course, as I said, we will confirm that. Now once I get through this process with this weapon, I'll set it up for me, put sling mounts on it, this, there, the other. As you can see, I'm not really taking any time between shots. It's not. This is a battle rifle after all. We're not, you know, I don't know. I'll fine tune it once we got to 300. And I'll shoot better groups, of course. Now you saw the adjustment in my group. You saw the adjustment in my position. Now that's more or less what you should be seeing. All those bullets right there should be touching and should be in the center. As you can see, I'll goof off around here, I'll goof off around there, and then I'll start pulling it in. But that's just me getting used to the weapon. So, anyway, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and initial testing of the DPMS 308. And I'm going to actually get down and do some real shooting. Stop videotaping for a while. You know, I need a cameraman in a bad way. Anyway, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches. Have a good one. And you can hear the jets. Oh, Lord. Beautiful day outside. Beautiful day. Have a good one.